Hello and welcome to another episode of Glory of Golden State Gaming. I'm your host SwampSwimmer, and with me, as always, the Bert to my Ernie, Vespasian.
I love it. That's great. Hey, everybody.
um, so I don't our audience doesn't know, but I recently had my wedding ceremony, which was delayed exactly 1 year because of COVID. But I just got back from my honeymoon, which was to Belize. I don't know if this is the right audience to be sharing this all with, but I went to a resort in Belize called Naya Beach Resort, Naia, and it was fantastic. We splurged a little bit to because it's the honeymoon, and it was fantastic. It was like individual bungalows on the beach, like the French doors faced out toward the ocean. You open at the foot of your bed. It was anyway. I don't know if anyone's been to Belize, but it was a shockingly great experience. I wanted to ask you, Vespasian, is there a go-to vacation spot for you and your family, or maybe a secret one or a not well-known one that you could recommend?
Yeah, so we did our honeymoon in Hawaii, which is kind of a favorite spot of ours. Actually, the first trip that we took as a couple, so many years ago, was to Hawaii, so it felt appropriate. Since we actually we went to a resort down in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico. We actually were like a day or two away from booking our second trip there when all the COVID lockdowns started to hit, and we decided to hold off. So we're looking forward, now that we've just had our second baby. Once she gets to be old enough where we could leave for a few days, we're planning to go back there. We really love that place. It's just similar, feels like very kind of an escape. Very just right off the beach and everything. Great
It was
food.
beautiful.
So, yeah.
That just made me think of something. I don't know if the Mexico City players, are still planning to do a beach resort tournament, but that we're trying to do that pre-COVID. Somewhere
That's
in
right.
Mexico.
It was originally scheduled
Cancun?
for like the fall of last year, and so Cancun for sure. So I was trying to sell that to my wife as a worthwhile trip. So hopefully it comes back and we can do that. Yeah.
Well, I know the Team Mexico or Mexico City guys are coming to my tournament in December. They already told me they think they might bring two teams, so we'll talk to them then.
Right.
But let's go ahead and get into the bat rep here.
Cool.
So last we left off, I got through round 1 and 2 of the Wicked GT in Wichita, Kansas, and I ended up with a 19 and a 14. So I was sitting pretty high up. I think I was on table 2. And nice. I got paired into Mr. Neil Hamilton. Very good player. He's from Detroit area somewhere. And I was a little scared of him because he's a great player. He's playing some Dread Elves. I was a little scared, but we'll see what happens. It was Dawn Assault, Spoils of War. If you're interested in my list, please go back to the round 1 video and we go over that. But his list here, let's see here. He's got double Warlock Outcast on Cosmology and Evocation.
Triple snipe.
Yeah. Legion Legate General with Mask of the War Crow and Sigil of the Ninth Legion. I don't remember what that is. He does have a Silent Assassin, 31 Legionnaires, 16 Auxiliary, 10 Raiding Party, which are the Corsairs, 10 Raiding Party, which are the Beastbreakers, 23 Obsidian Guard, with Cadren's Pennant? A pennon? I don't know what that is.
That's the Swift Stride
Okay.
charge pennant. Yeah. And I'm checking the sigil. I'm assuming you guys use the most recent version.
Yes.
I know this was a little while ago. So the sigil gives models with academy training in the bearers unit get battle focus in the first round of combat. So it's a buff for the unit. Yeah.
6 Dread Knights with a Flaming Standard, the Altar, Dread of Effigy of Dread, 5 Shadow Riders,
That's
5
the
Shadow
channel
Riders. Yeah. 5 Shadow Riders, 5 Shadow Riders, Raptor Chariot, and then a Gorgon. So pretty mixed arms. Not a whole lot of shooting. More combat oriented, but heavy magic. Heavy magic.
Yeah, it's kind of like 2 battleships with a bunch of little MSU stuff around it, right? Yeah. Okay. Interesting list. He's got a lot of synergies in here. The magic is obviously, can be pretty overwhelming with Channel 5, triple snipe, lots of buffs. And Silent Assassin is a nice little surprise at some point. So he's definitely got some interesting. Is it 1, 2, 3? Oh, so he's got 4 scoring. Okay, all right, makes sense.
Yeah,
all right.
Dread Knights, Obsidian Guard, Corsair, Legionnaires, and Auxiliaries.
Yeah, interesting list. Okay. What would you rate this on a color scale?
I think this is a yellow. Not a crazy yellow. Because of not a whole lot of armor in the list.
You got a lot of range damage, which is usually the bane of the Red Elves. But he's got a couple tough pieces in there: the chariots and the gorgons, and I
just have to get close to him, which I'm scared of. Always scared of the a Dread Elf spear block is always the scary thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd say a yellow.
Okay. Agree.
Let's see here. Magic. How do I flip? I don't know. I can't figure this out. I took Quicksilver Lash, Word of Iron, Glory of Gold, Corruption of Tin, and the Druidism Priest took Double Healing Waters, Summer Growth, and the Hereditary, Spark of Creation. He took, on the Evo Master, Hasten the Hour, Spectral Blades, Touch of the Reaper, Whispers of the Veil. And then on the Cosmology Matter, Altered Sight, Union Diversion, Ice and Fire, Perception of Strength. So he went all combat buffs and the snipes. That's basically it. Well, and Ice and Fire is a nice little magic missile.
Yeah, and Unity, I mean, that sucks for the Skink Star, for sure. That creates a must stop. So that's a good spell combo to fight your list.
So here's the setup. This is after Scout and Vanguard. And let's see, I don't remember. Yeah, I took first turn, so I dropped for first. I kind of set up in the center and put the skinks out there. Put my all my shooting guys. I really feel like I didn't have a solid target with his setup, so I was gonna try to plink away at his Dark Riders to get rid of his chaff was my first goal. But beyond that, I didn't have any other goal. I'm basically just scared of those 2 blocks in the center, which we'll see how that goes.
Okay.
My turn 1, I scoot up everywhere to get some shots in, and then he charges me, and I flee with all the skinks. All the skinks.
So you're out of charge range for any follow-up charges into your blocks, I'm guessing? Or
yes. Or at least they'll be very, very long charges. Like the closest is the spears to my Temple Guard here.
Yeah. Okay.
My magic phase, I get Spark Creation off on his Dark Riders here, kill 4 of them, so that's nice.
Yeah.
And Corruption 10 off on his Dread Knights.
Nice. Did the Shadow Riders flee, or it looked like they moved back? Maybe they moved back with their Vanguard.
I think they did flee. I think he failed a high panic check.
Okay.
I get 1 wound off on the Gore. I put a bunch of wounds into the Corsairs. And that's it. So top of his turn, a bunch happens here. He charges basically all over the place, and I flee with all my skinks. The Dread Knights charged the Chameleons here with Panic Tear. I think he charged with his big blocks into this skink, which fled all the way this way. don't even remember what else. Oh, it was charging with the chariot over here. That caused this flea and this flea.
Okay.
And then this flea was from the Dark Riders over here. Also, what he did was he charged his chariot here into my chameleons, which I decided to let go and stand. And I stand and shot and did a wound there. Because I wanted the middle to be muddled up to block up these two blocks. That was my plan. But we'll all see what happens next. Let's see here. He gets Altered Scythe off on his auxiliaries.
Okay.
And he gets a Fire and Ice and Fire off on this skink block here with the Poison Javelin skinks. Kills a fair amount, but they don't run. So that's what happens. The chariot goes into the chameleons there, blows through them, and then overruns into my Temple Guard.
Okay.
So this is top of 2. You know, I'm forgetting pictures all over the place. What happened here?
Your Thyro charges the Chaffing Gorgon.
Yep. Ooh, sorry for the pictures in this one. Yep, I charge there, and then I kind of reshuffle. I push these guys forward to chaff. Everyone rallies.
Okay.
In the back here.
Nice.
It looks like his auxiliary shot at my skinks here, which I think in the last turn I caused these Dark Riders to flee with just shooting, with just bow shooting. Let's see here. And then I move this Thyro up to chaff these guys. Because they're only AP 1, right? The Obsidian Guard?
I think. 2.
Yeah, so.
Let me double check. I think that's right. I feel like they wouldn't be as good if they were only AP 1. Oh no. Yeah, they're inherently AP 1, but they have a halberd for AP 2. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so that's still a 3+ armor save. He's wounding on 4s because of. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. He also moves his spear block up to this distance away, which is like a medium range charge for him. This is the pivotal point of the game right here. I'm gonna foreshadow a little bit.
Okay.
I get I get healing waters off on that chaffing Thyroscutus, which is what I wanted. I think he can definitely tank that unit now.
Okay.
I get Glory of Gold off on this unit to kill the chariot. So this is the key part of the game. At this point, I had one free spell at this point because he used all of his Dispel dice to get rid of other stuff. And I was thinking of either doing +2 armor on the Temple Guard or Glory of Gold. And I was heading toward +2 armor. And then I'm like, no, I need to kill this chariot, which was the wrong move.
Okay.
Because let's see here. Oh, I killed the Gorgon with the Thyroscutus and overrun in the auxiliaries.
Nice.
The chariot comes in and kills 6 guys, but then I kill him.
Okay.
And then, oh man, I did not take good pictures. Oh my goodness. Okay, so apologies to the crowd. I took really bad pictures here, but let me describe what happens. So, back here, he is now open for a medium range charge into my Temple Guard. He goes in and makes it. And basically, and he gets Perception of Strength in when he comes in and just wrecks my unit.
Whoa.
He kills all but one guy. And this is the point. If I had, yeah, if I had,
that is.
say again.
Did he pop out the assassin? Is that what that guy
No,
in the
that's not
front
even the
left?
assassin. That's just
Oh,
spears
okay.
and his general guy.
Okay.
If I would have gone with um, +2 armor, there would have been like, I don't know, 8 guys left instead of 1. It was, or
Okay.
something like that. It was a dumb mistake on my part to give him that charge, because I could have chaffed him for a lot with all my skink heroes running out at him. And this is a symptom of my gameplay that I keep doing. I keep underestimating Dread Elf spear blocks.
Okay.
Like, I thought when he came in, I was not worried. I'm like, oh, okay, he'll kill a handful, he'll kill a bunch, but I'll be fine. I didn't expect him to like almost kill the whole unit.
Yeah, well, with perception of strength off, he's strength 4. If he pops the rending banner, he's AP 3.
Yeah.
So then he's wounding your Temple
So
Guard on 3s with battle focus.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
it's bad for me.
pretty-
It was
pretty
a
rough.
huge
Yeah.
mistake on my part. I should have gone with the +2 armor. I would have a 4-up armor save instead of a 6-up armor save right now.
Or even healing waters too would have been good. Yeah. Okay.
I think that's what he stopped, but I can't remember to be specific.
Okay.
So in my turn, I start freaking out, go into panic mode. He didn't charge over here, so I just continue to chaff. And then I start pushing up to start shooting. Yeah. Go up here to shoot at the knights. I knew I really needed some help over here if I was going to save this, because basically if he breaks this Temple Guard block, it's kind of over. So, okay. I'm taking horrible pictures. I apologize. I end up in my magic phase getting off Summer Growth, healing back 7 guys. Temple Guard, which really saved my butt. But because of that, I miscast with the Druidism Priest, rolled triple 6s with 4 dice, so 4+ to wound him, rolled 3 4s, killed him. Killed my Druidism Priest in this turn to save this unit. It's not looking good.
Nope.
We go through another round of combat. He kills, I think, 4 guys. So this was
What's going on with the number of guys he has in his unit? Go back to that last shot. It looks like they're almost gone.
This was him like reassembling.
Oh, I see.
In the last turn, when he killed me down the 1 guy, I was really small facing forward, and then he reformed to be ranks.
Got it. Okay.
And that's all I had. What happens is he ends up killing my Quaddle and destroying the unit. And let me just go back to like an overall. Here we go. He blows me up here. These 2 units panic. This unit has the dead priest in it. They panic. And at that point, I have like nothing on the board. And this is like turn 3, and I end up calling it.
Ouch.
It was okay. not good. But my saving grace is Neil here. Spoilers, everyone. Neil won the whole tournament. So I don't feel that bad losing to the guy who won the whole tournament. But that was a quick battle report, but I want to talk about kind of where I messed up.
Okay.
I think my first mistake was letting him have this close of a charge with the spears. Or even way back when, I should have just fled with these chameleons from the chariot, and then he can, if he makes it into my Temple Guard, like, big deal. I don't know. What do you think?
Maybe go back to deployment, if you don't mind. So I think, like, to me, the problem with the flea gimmick in this matchup is he has so many units to pull the flea charges out of, right? Like if you're facing something blocky like warriors or something like that, or smaller, more elite armies, like ogres, the flea gimmick works great because they've only got 3 things to charge with, or 4 things to charge with, right? But here he's got like 10. So it's tough because I think that you were always going to end up with lots of things charging. And so I think having the flea mechanic be the only thing keeping his main battle line from your main blocks is risky in this matchup, which is why I think I would have, especially given that the way that you deployed and you didn't even contest the spoils on the right and the left.
Yeah.
I think I would have just cornered if I were you.
Corner on the right, you think?
I'm looking at it. It depends a lot on what that terrain piece is on the left, your left.
I think we played as impassable, yeah.
Okay, then I think probably corner on the right, because that impassable really sucks for you on that spoils. I think corner on the right, use that hill in your deployment zone to kind of ablate his advance on the left, give up that spoil, and really, really focus on pushing into the 2 middle spoils. And then I think you probably need to use all of your poison units to try to kind of encircle, on the refused flank, right? Like to try to slow him down on the left hand. I mean, obviously he would have deployed differently if you had done that, so we can't assume what he would have had. But I think if you have a few poison units on the refused flank to kind of slow him down, pick up some points, and then really, I think you need to actually chaff those blocks and prevent them from getting into your main blocks, because the flea mechanic just won't work.
Yeah.
Because I think here, like right now, where you've positioned your temple guard block, kind of whatever you do, he's going to have a block into it by turn 3, right?
Yeah.
It just so happens that it happened a turn earlier, right? Sorry about that. Dog needed to be let out. So I think that was you kind of gave him the advance straight into your your all eggs in one basket unit, which I think is is tough.
I agree. I'm still learning how to use this army. I need to learn it a little better. I think I was too excited about the turn 1 shooting phase that I put too many of my skirmishers out there, and then after their flee, they're just basically almost useless for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I think you kind of your big advantage on him is your range damage, and you basically, I think you kind of gave up that advantage by pushing up so aggressively. Like if you look at this map and think about, you kind of deployed in a corner around the building on the right with several of your shooting units, over on the left hand side to delay him. Then you can kind of more successfully sit back, blast, chaff, advance, right, and hope that you can kind of dictate the pace of play and let your shooting take its toll before those combats happen, right?
Yep. I agree.
I think that would have been. I think that's the better way, because especially since you didn't contest those the outer spoils, I don't see what deploying centrally gets for you here.
Whew, my mistake. It was the 3rd game in 1 day, so that's my excuse.
not trying to beat you up, man. I mean, Neil is a great player. I've definitely lost to him myself, so I know that he's very, very solid, and I think spoils is a tough mission here because it forces you to spread, and he hands down wins those block on block combats, which is tough for your list.
Exactly, right? I was thinking that too.
Yeah.
No knock on Neil. Neil's a great guy. I really enjoyed playing him. He's a really cool guy too. But man, I played it wrong. Well, you live and you learn. I'm still at 33 points out of 3 games, which is over average.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how the next round goes. I'm gonna drop down a few tables definitely with this game, but thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and everyone have a good evening.
Well, I gotta give a little spoiler to everybody. So my friend here, SwampSwimmer, has a bit of a reputation of having a strong day 1 and then for reasons that we won't go into, having some struggles on day 2. So I'm really keen to see if you can break the curse. I think you average like 5 points a game on day 2
Yeah,
or something like that.
That's the usual.
So I want to see if you can break the curse and have a strong day 2 here, because you got off to a pretty good start overall. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, but I got a 0 in this game. It really doesn't help. Yeah, I was flying high after 2 games, but Neil slapped me down a few pegs, put it all into perspective.
Okay.
But he did win the tournament, so good job to Neil.
Yeah, congrats, Neil.
All right. Well, again, thanks for joining us. Like and subscribe, and have a good evening.
Thanks, everybody.